Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 and
Heather
are here. We are in the process of making applesauce. So basically what we're doing to start out with here is we're coring the apples. So and we got some ready here, and I'm going to show you what we got going with that, but this will be the next batch that's going to get reduced down. So basically we have a bucket over on the side. We're throwing all our cores in.
And they'll go in the composting bin.
And they will go in the composting bin to make soil. If we had chickens, which we do not yet, so there's a little core there, they would be going to the chickens. But since we don't have any chickens,
it's kind of hard to give into it.
yes, it is very difficult to give them to the chickens when you don't have any. Alright, so we'll just hold off on that a second. Go ahead and... So basically that's what the little apple core thing there we got. So we have our two cylinders here. And I showed you those before. We got the bowls underneath them, so they're ready. Let me show you what we got going on here. This we have, this is ready to be mashed, so we're going to be doing that here in a second. I'm actually going to go ahead and turn that off. So we're going to be doing that here in a second. We're going to show you how we do that. But then we got the lids are over here in the water. They're ready to go. We have the jars ready to go in there. They've been sitting there for a while now. And then over here, and I will show you this, we got, this is going, and I can show you if you can see the flames. Yeah, you can see those underneath there. So that's going, and got the water there, and that's what we're gonna, the way we're doing this here is that one is going to be used. We're going to run, once we get all the applesauce in the jars and stuff like that, we'll put them in there and they'll run for like 15 to 20 minutes in there, and then we'll pull them out so that they dry, or not dry, but cool off. So we got our racks over here, which we will put them in when we're getting ready to have them cooling off. We have our brown sugar, we have some cinnamon, we got our scoopers for the canner. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to show you, we're going to pull this off, and then Heather and I, so you're going to use that one there, Heather.
I have no idea what to do.
I know, that's okay. I will show you.
Oh, there's some scotch in there.
Basically what we're doing is we're going to scoop out.
There's stuff in here.
Okay. I'm going to scoop that out, put that in there, like that. And you're going to take your masher and start mashing it around. There you go. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here.
It smells really good if you're wondering.
So we got, like I said, it still has the skins on it, and they're reduced down quite a bit. So you can see. Okay. So here we are. We're going to just basically now, if you want to hear, Heather, come on over here a second, honey. I want you to hold this up higher so that they can see this.
Oh, great.
No, hold the camera. You, take
You
can be the camera, young lady. So basically you have your colander. You're going to basically, you're mashing all this down like this.
And then you can see it all.
And then the end result underneath is you have a ton of applesauce coming through.
Which will be delicious.
Oh yeah, that's going to be real good. You know, I should have grabbed a spoon. Or actually, I can actually use this. Alright, so basically you have underneath we have all this applesauce, and that's going to end up going into the jars, and basically this
stuck.
okay. Alright, let's keep
Can you give me some more?
yeah, I'll give you some more. Let's try to get as much as we can here. So basically here's the first step of it. So once we do this part and we get as much applesauce as we can off of here, what I have, this is kind of cool, I'll show you this here in a second. I have this little magnet thing that I can reach in, pull the lids out without touching the lids, and that way that'll go on top of the jars once we fill them up with applesauce. So I think the way we're going to end up doing this is, because this is a process here.
Your mixer must be way better than mine.
Why is that?
Look at I grow her money. But yours is like pointy.
Yeah, yours is pointy too.
No, it's not.
No. Oh, I see what you're saying. So,
God, you're looking so much.
I think that's it on that. The rest of that is looking like not good. Alright, so all this stuff here in the center we're going to put in. Okay, so I'm going to slide all that applesauce off. Just like that. Now hopefully we're going to have enough between what Heather and I got to fill up one of the jars. So we're going to and then I'm going to end up, let me do the rest of this and then we'll show you what we're doing here for the rest of this part. Now this is going to be an all-day project, unfortunately. So basically what we did, like with these apples here, just let me explain this real quick while I'm doing this. With the apples over in the bowl, once you cut up the apples like that, what you can do is you can put a little lemon in there so that the apples don't turn brown. But since we don't have any lemon, we were not able to do that. So, but that is definitely something that you can do. You're going to want to have your cans in the water, or your jars I should say, for at least 10 to 15 minutes ahead of time. And then this way, it will, alright, let's... So in this pan here, what we did is we put more water in there to start with, a little bit of water on the bottom, and then we put our apples in. We make sure we're stirring our apples all the time, because you're going to have issues if you don't. You don't want to burn your applesauce, because then it's going to not taste so good, and you want to make sure that it tastes good. Alright, so what I'm going to do for the moment with that, let's get that. Sorry this is running longer here, guys. I apologize. Alright, so...
Here, can you please clear mine up? It's a little dirty.
Alright. So it takes probably about 10 minutes to So Heather, go grab me a spoon, honey. We're gonna test this out real quick.
The taste?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put. Okay. I don't even know if I got enough to fill up one can, to be honest with you. For one jar of that first batch.
Gotta see what it tastes like just by itself?
Yeah, I want to see what it tastes like just by itself. It's actually really good. Hmm?
Let me try some.
We're going to add a little brown sugar, though, and a little cinnamon.
Okay. A little tart.
Not bad, though. Not bad. I'm going to add a little bit of that. So basically I'm adding a half a cup, and then we're going to add...
Ooh, it's going to be very cinnamony.
That's what we want. That's what we like, cinnamon. Okay.
You can really smell the cinnamon.
Yeah, you can.
It looks just like how
Now,
you buy it at stores.
Yeah. Now you can put as much or as little as you want in there. It really depends on what you want to do.
I'm sure we'll fluctuate the batch, like, you know.
Right. We'll tweak it as we go along here. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, Heather, you want to grab the camera for me?
I gotta try this one.
Is it
Better
good?
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see a little taste.
Tastes just like at stores.
Oh yeah, that's. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay. So now what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna pull out one of these jars. Okay. And we'll add the next jar in there. So now that the jar is nice and hot, we're going to take
Perfect fit.
here.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Okay, actually we're going to do it like this.
Yeah, I don't know why you're doing it the other way. It's way faster.
Thank you, Heather.
Fits like perfectly.
Yep. Let's see what we got here. Okay, actually that's good.
Yeah.
So, now we got it basically about an inch left over the top there, okay? So now, did you bring out that paper towel? Because I want to get the lid, the top, because we had a little bit of applesauce there.
Never asked me to.
Yeah, just grab a washcloth, honey. Okay, so what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to clean the surface of your can, or your jar, I'm sorry. And so right now we got a little bit of something right there on a little applesauce on the outside there. So I want to clean that off so that that is good to go. And we'll get to the next part of this in a second.
I use it from the Berkey.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just going to wipe the top of that off. Now I know that that top is clean. So now I'm going to take, Heather, would you grab my little magnet down there, please?
Oh, you dropped it?
I must have, no, I set it on the ground on purpose.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, bring that over here.
The camera?
Yep.
It's magnetic, and so
So
grab the
you
lid
got the,
upside down.
well, that's how it goes. Okay, so now, a lid, please. Okay, so now what we're doing is you're going to take this and you're just going to hand tighten it. You're not going to go too tight on that.
Because you want to be able to open it again.
Right. So let's go over here. And there's our first jar of cinnamon applesauce. And now we're going to basically just take it. You should probably add a little more water in there, so it's completely submerged.
Oh,
okay.
Hold on. I remember I got the a bit of water.
Yeah.
I'll go get that.
Grab that. So this is going well. Fire's burning good. We're going to basically keep it in here, submerge it like we're doing, and just keep that fire rocking in 20 minutes. So we're just going to keep this process up. So basically 10 minutes to reduce that one thing.
Not quite enough.
Grab another one. Just grab it out of the sink. So I'd like this to be at a boil. So this first jar will probably stay in there longer, just because of the fact that I want to make sure it's really boiled up well. And as we go, we're just going to keep adding more stuff to this. So it's going to take some time, but that's okay. It's
Probably should have gotten more, but oh well.
yeah. Yeah, we need more. Almost there.
Wow.
Just fill it up real quick.
I have that.
And this will all come to a boil. I mean, this water was cold when we started, so we got the fire going. And so that fire's only really been going for about 10 minutes. So this will come to a boil, and it'll be boiling. And then, like I said, 15, maybe 20 minutes of boiling time. And then that will be ready. Then you set them out. And then you're going to you'll end up hearing the tops pop once they seal. Alright, now that's under. Okay. Alright, so that's going there. And so we just keep an eye on the fire, keep the fire going. And there's Eddie in his boxers. Eddie, can you say hello?
Hi.
And so that's what we're doing. So now what we're going to... Heather, get some more water from the Berkey, honey. Okay. So now basically what we're going to do is keep pouring some more apples and put the next batch on and get that reducing down and just keep repeating the process. It was the setup time was actually what took longer than anything else, to be honest with you. And
But it's not unbearable.
no, it wasn't horrible. All right, put that. Okay, we gotta.
Yeah, gotta clear that out, huh?
Yeah. Hold on a second. We're gonna put this back in here. Put that back in there. Okay. Just add some on the bottom. So she's gonna. Here, I'll show you what we're gonna do here.
Tell me when.
That's good. So we're putting about a little more. Okay, oh, that's good. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Then we're basically going to take these apples here, put them in the pan, and we'll add a lot more here because we're not going to keep going with the video. But we're going to core some more and fill this up. We'll fill it all the way. They reduce down, so when we pulled that off, you saw how much it was reduced down. But that's what we got. And then we have this left over. And if we had chickens, that would be awesome, but that's going to go in the composting bin. So we are going to have a long day, guys, and we're going to get going. I'll do another video and show you how many cans we got. But that was, okay, let me just kind of show you too. That was 1 can so far. So I figure we have 2, maybe 3 cans worth of apples out of each bucket. Maybe 4. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how it goes. But so that's what we're doing. We're making applesauce today. So, and I have my wonderful helper, as always. And so that's what we're doing. It's you know, it's nice to do it because we know where the apples came from. They weren't sprayed with any chemicals. You know, it's all homegrown stuff, and that's what's really important. So I'm going to jump off here so we can get back to work, and I will talk to you guys later. Prepper Nurse went out for now.